I want to give an update on the Shiloh Hendricks situation. This is the white woman who was caught on video yelling the N-word at and chasing a 5-year-old autistic boy for taking her child's toys on a playground. And when that video went viral, she parlayed that into a fundraiser that she has now managed to raise over $750,000. A lot of people upset about this, understandably so. But I think it also helps to have at least context. So let me give you a little bit of that. The success of her campaign is a direct correlation to Karmelo Anthony and the campaign that his family put up. If you don't remember, Karmelo Anthony is a young black high school student of Austin Metcalf. His family put up a fundraiser, raised over $500,000, and the alt-right and MAGA and white nationalists were very, very angry about it.
Yes, for some time now, I've been reacting to this lady. A lot of Libras are seeing it differently. They're going off, losing their minds about it. This man is a Libra. I decided to react to this video as a result of that. I've been reacting to people against what this lady did, but this man's case is different. But his ways of taking on these issues is crazy. I've watched his video over and over to see if he actually makes sense. He doesn't. These are the people struggling every single day to separate people. I don't care if he stands with people on my skin color, that's not my problem. I don't even relate to topics like that. But what he's saying here to me,
his family put up a fundraiser, raised over $500,000, and the alt-right and MAGA and white nationalists were very, very angry about it. Here comes Shiloh, perfect storm scenario. And then it just turned into, well, let's make sure she raises more money than he did, like it's a contest. Also, side note, this post right here that's celebrating that victory, right? This is a well-known white supremacist woman on Twitter. And she actually engaged with Shiloh Hendricks right at the beginning and promoted her fundraiser in a big way. She made a post saying, hey, I've talked to this woman. She has a fundraiser and I've confirmed that she's legit. She made her confirm that she is who she says she is by sending her a selfie writing her username on a piece of paper. But that wasn't enough. She was like, I'm glad you sent me the selfie. This proves that you are who you say you are, but I also need to know that you're down with the cause. So if you are, I want you to write the N-word on that same piece of paper and send me another picture. And Shiloh did. She had no problem doing that because she is a horrible human being. Now, before I move on to what maybe we can do about that, I want to update you on a couple other things. NAACP in the area put up a GoFundMe to raise money for the family of that little boy and try and help them seek justice. They raised over $340,000 and actually closed the campaign rather than just upping the amount like Shiloh did. Also, the man who just recorded that video and confronted her because he didn't like what she was doing, he didn't want to see her harm that child, has received numerous threats. And considering how many I've gotten, I know he's had to get so many more. He's had to basically shut down his business. He had to move his family like the day after that video went viral for fear for their safety. He did set up a GoFundMe. That's how much he's raised so far. I'm going to put a link in my bio to that. So if you feel like supporting him and his family, please feel free to do so. But back to this, because reporting this to GiveSendGo does no good. GiveSendGo is a terrible, terrible organization run by terrible people.
you see the hypocrisy with some of these people. This man is standing here. If there was a possibility for them to shut down Give and Go as a result of what this lady is doing, they could have done that. They are struggling to even do it. When they were raising money on Give and Go to Kamalo, these people were not talking. They were excited. They were donating. A situation like this has happened Okay, she's receiving threat. She want to relocate. Now this lady want to relocate. They don't want to see that. Yeah. I don't want to see a situation like this lady is harmed. If there is a possibility for her to relocate or do something, she should go. People now struggling to shut down this money is something I don't get it.
But back to this, because reporting this to GiveSendGo does no good. GiveSendGo is a terrible, terrible organization run by terrible people. Like, they're the ones who helped Kyle Rittenhouse raise all his money for his defense, and they're very, very proud of that. In fact, at the height of all this, if you just Googled GiveSendGo, it listed her campaign above all the other information about their website. They're not good people. So what can we do about this? GiveSendGo doesn't care? Fine. You know who may care? Whoever processes their payments, because people making donations, that all has to be processed through a banking entity. And while they don't list explicitly who it is, they do refer to that third party as a trusted payment partner. That would seem to indicate someone who's established. Well, a TikTok user named Keandra is back, did a little digging, looking at the code when you go to process a payment on GiveSendGo, and found something interesting.
I used to be a web developer, so I know how to code and I know how to read code. So I went and I broke down the code on GiveSendGo's checkout page line for line. And there were keywords I wanted to look for, right? So I looked for the keywords and I started looking through the keywords and I found the keyword Block Inc., right? That's familiar, right? Block Inc. is the parent company of Square. So I went and I did my researching and it turns out, yeah, that's their payment processor. So I'm going to attach and I'm going to share ways we can contact both Block Inc. and Square.
Now, I've actually heard from a couple of Square employees who inquired themselves, and Square told them, no, we don't think we do the processing for that. But the code does list Block Inc. And I've even heard rumblings that GiveSendGo was looking at trying to switch over to Stripe. So if you go to Keandra's page, there's actually a link where you can go and complain basically to Block Inc. and to Square to let them know that if they're going to process those payments that help someone who does stuff like this benefit and profit off of this kind of hatred, then you're going to make sure that they never get your business ever again.
So I just seen this video of this man talking about black people not ready to go to war with the white people. The white people got all this in the third and whatnot. Let me tell you something, right? That man is a race baiter. He's an instigator. That's why I ain't even do at the video. I'm not giving him no energy. You know what I'm saying? Yo, he said he riding with his white people and you black people, y'all and ninjas ain't ready. This in the third. Bro, he's an instigator. He's a race baiter. He's an agent for the Democratic Party. Them ninjas in the hood ain't thinking about no race war. Them ninjas in the hood is going to war over some other stuff. They got some things going on with their own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yo, them white people that's out there hunting and stuff like that, they not thinking about a race war. They hunting. They're trying to feed their family. They're trying to make some money and all the other stuff. Ain't nobody thinking about that, but they're trying their best. They're trying their best. And I'm going to tell you what I really believe. That the Democratic Party have been using their black agents to attack white people. Because they've been using their white agents to attack black people in the past. I'm going to keep it going. Every election season, a black person getting attacked by a police officer, and it's so crazy. And they putting the blacks versus everybody, including the police. But you got police officers confused trying to figure out what's going on. You got white people confused trying to figure out, like, why would you do that? Saying how you got that white girl in New York, in Missouri, the playground, who called the little black kid the N-word, the little black kid with autism, little 5-year-old autistic kid, she called him the N-word. That's all the Democratic Party. They're trying to get us upset. First thing everybody say is, look what happened with Trump back in office.
I'm extremely happy that this guy understands exactly what is happening. Yes, they want to instigate that hatred between people. It is not good. That is not a good thing. Instead, we should be struggling to be together. This is 2025. What is the essence of all this? Within the space of 2 months, what I see is only things related to race, every single day. Why? This person is saying, from one after another. I was talking about Karmelo every single day. He turned to Shiloh. Now, what is going on? Why are these people struggling to instigate this? So we should turn on each other, right? I believe we are wise enough not to fall for this trap. It is a trap to me.
Yo, autistic kid, she called him the N-word. That's all the Democratic Party. They're trying to get us upset. First thing everybody say is, look what happened with Trump back in office. They're doing that racist stuff again. Trump got them all comfortable. Don't feed into it. Let the liberals fight each other. I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody says something racist to me, or if I see some racist video, I'm going to think about the people that I'm communicating with all the time, the people that's on my TikTok, people that's on my lives. I know that this world ain't racist. I know it's just these people. We're going to let these people do what they got to do amongst themselves. I'm still standing with people, with God's people, and we're putting America first. And in order for us to go far in this golden age, we got to leave them crazy people behind. They ain't talking about nothing. They in the way. They're not trying to progress. We're trying to go forward. Let's go. I love you. Peace and blessings.
This should be the second video I'm reacting to this guy. He make a lot of sense. Allow them to continue to fight among themselves. Yes, that's the best thing to do. Trump is in power. Now, race-related topics is flowing everywhere.
Recently, I said that black people need to stop justifying Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. I also said that if you look for reasons to apply double standards to others, others will look for reasons to apply a double standard to you. And now it's happening.
Yes.
You cannot think that you can move somebody out of a seat that you don't own.
Karmelo to move. If that kid would have just minded his own business, would he or would he not still be alive?
Require Karmelo to run. He had a right to stand and defend himself.
Took it from 0 to 100.
Has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification.
This is not going to end. Right is right and wrong is wrong. All good.
If you see any clips after this, that is just for the YouTube algorithm.
What if he says self-defense? There's no self-defense because kids in here and resolve this issue. Is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you look at the facts of the case and compare the two. You have to compare who was the initial aggressor.
Bedroom, because she's fearful of what might happen to her.
Followers for anything, and then the
Registration Act is
talking about this man,
My summary of the first 100 days is that
if film and TV productions continue to
first term, and you will be very